One of the worst cliches is my next guest needs no introduction, but a recent poll tried to find out who is the most famous person in the world. And it isn't Bob Hope, it isn't Farrah Fawcett Majors, it isn't Jimmy Carter. We could have had all of them tonight if we'd wanted. But instead we got the man who doesn't need any introduction because he is the most famous man in the world, Muhammad Ali. How you doing? Almost missed. Let me give you Mike. Hold still. Nice to see you. I hope it didn't tire a fella your age having to climb those stairs, but
No.
Very good to have you back after all this time.
Thank you.
The last time I saw you on television was with me. I mean, the last time we worked together. No, not the last time, but the time before that. You had been beaten still another time. And I don't mean to bring up an unpleasant memory. How are you? Say, let me ask you a quick and sudden question. There's something here in the paper, as we sit here now. Leon Ducking Can. Do those names ring a bell, and what's going on here? Well,
as you know, Leon Spinks is the new champion for about another 4 months.
He's the,
6 months, 8 months, whatever the time is.
He has the title temporary champion of the world.
Ken Norton is one of the top contenders. He's actually the #2 contender for the crown. Mm-hmm. And he believes that he deserves a new shot at the crown, which nothing wrong with that. Yeah. And Leon Spinks is offered $1,500,000 for fighting Norton. Norton's offered $200,000. He's offered $5 million for fighting me. So it's not hard for him to make up his mind. Plus, not only is he offered $5 million, but the world want to see me go after the crown for the third time to make triple history.
Yes.
And plus the whole country. So.
But you're here to reveal tonight that you're never going to fight again. Did I get it wrong?
Well, I know another sport. I know another. I know another interviewer who gets paid for being an idiot. What's your excuse?
Say, I think you've hurled that line at me once before. I know the man you mean, Mr. Cosell, a man you made quite famous. Is he...
I made a lot of people famous.
Is he did. But what's this jazz about a broken rib or
well, they think that he's ducking Norton because he came over with a hurt rib. Well, I knew after the fight. Before the fight, as a matter of fact, I heard that he hurt his chest. At that time, it was his chest.
Yeah.
In training. And then after...
You heard that before the fight,
yes.
Before you fought Spinks.
Well,
you knew
before
that he had...
I fought Sonny Liston the second time, I had a cracked rib.
You did?
But luckily, I knocked him out in the first round, first minutes of the first round.
I'll never forget
it. But Spinks, after the fight, I was told by some fans of mine who was in his dressing room congratulating him, that a doctor was in the shower looking at him. He was coughing and holding him up and testing his one of the fans told me that something's wrong with Leon's ribs. He's got a crack, a hurt rib. This was
after the fight?
This is something the press didn't know. This is something just within the rankings of boxing trainers and managers. We heard these things.
After the fight or before the fight?
After the fight. But it didn't, obviously, it didn't hurt him enough to stop him in the fight. Mm-hmm. But I did hear that he was hurt. And after, it looked like he might be forced to fight Norton, or it looked like it was going to be Norton. Mm-hmm. And Norton's a body punch, is always digging at the ribs. Anyway, that's his style, so I figured they just went on to reveal that he was hurt.
You didn't know before the fight? Did you hear that there was something a little wrong with him?
He had chest trouble. He was hit in training one day. Mm-hmm. They stopped him from boxing. Or they wouldn't let him box, but that means nothing.
In other words, you went into the ring with a man you knew was ailing and pounded him as hard as you could.
Well, I'm talking with a man that I know is ailing. Look at you. Don't you worry about it.
Yes, and likely to take a turn for the worse if I'm not careful. Well, anyhow. One of the highlights of my life certainly was when you and Joe Fraser lifted me up between you and began to squeeze. And on the monitor, it looked like a side view of a giant Oreo cookie, and I never, ever got over that. But it was the... Well, what do you think will happen, Muhammad? Obviously, a fighter would like to get where the big money is.
Let me tell you something. See, when you beat a man like me once, people not satisfied, especially the first 5 rounds of Spinks. I was hoping he would retire, like Foreman, Norton, and Frazier. The rope-a-dope style where I lay there and just let the man win the round, hoping he tires.
That didn't seem to work with Spinks.
After giving him about 6 rounds almost, I realized he's not going to tire, but come on. And I came back enough to, I lost by 2 rounds. I almost caught him, but I gave away too much in the front. Nobody knew Spinks. The press had me 10-1 favorite, and he couldn't find a bet, and the kids only had 7 pro fights. He just had amateurs. Ali is quiet for this fight. He's not talking because he feels shame. And they were off guard, and I was off guard. Now we know he's good. He's a good fighter. He's a good
I tuned in late in the fight. Did he have teeth when it began?
I'll tell you after we have a rematch. No. Leon Spinks is a good man. He's
I met him some time ago.
And he's a gentleman, and he's a clean fighter, and he's a good fighter, and people have to give him credit because he won that night. I was a little off guard. I made no excuses, but he won. And if he can win twice, this is why it's so important for a champion to defeat the man he beat twice for the title, because Sonny Liston beat Floyd Patterson. The people wasn't convinced. Well, he got him in the first round. Patterson was off. Let Patterson get ready for him. He got Patterson again in 2 rounds, the first round. People say he really is great. Ingemar Johansson beat Patterson, but the world wouldn't go for it until he fought him again. And then Patterson beat him second time. They said, we knew something was wrong. When Frazier beat me the first time, the world wasn't satisfied that I beat him again. Norton broke my jaw. He wasn't recognized until they had to fight me again. So Spinks, Joe Louis Smelling beat Joe Louis. Jack Dempsey beat Gene Tooney. They all had to beat him twice before the people were convinced that he is the champion.
Yeah, it could have been a fluke,
I could have excuse. I'm off guard. I was overweight, 228. It should have been 210. Nobody knew him. I didn't train right. I gave away 5 rounds. But the second time, I can't make no excuses. So people want to see him win twice. So that's why it's a natural that he and I fight again, because people just are not yet ready to believe that Muhammad Ali's finished. It's pretty as I know, finished.
There's no doubt that you're gorgeous. However, you do have a little scar right here, and I've always wondered...
I got that when I was a kid, riding a bicycle. Ran into a wall.
I heard that Joe Fraser had the bicycle concealed in his glove and gave you that...
I've got a few accidents. I've been in a few. My jaw got broke once and cracked a rib. I've been hurt, but not that much.
What other parts of your anatomy are slightly faulty?
Well, at least it's not my brain.
There's no stopping you. I mean, all those people who say you're not smart, you're very smart.
Well, you know, people are something. Boxers usually have an image of being illiterate or not smart. Do you know how smart Spinks has got to be to whip me and to plan his battle?
Something like Einstein, I would think.
And to know when to come in and when to do it. It's not easy.
I like the fact that you didn't say I was robbed, even though there were... well, nobody felt you... Yeah, some people did feel you were. In fact, there was a little anxiety there when the decision was a split decision.
I watch a lot of events. I watch boxers. I watch wrestlers, ball players. It's a bad thing when a person loses. No, I was robbed. No, they took it from me. It's just not going to help you.
No class.
The decision has been made. They're not going to reverse it. Then the people say, boy, look at him suffering and grieving. If you lose, you lose. So I lost the fight. A battle plan was wrong, and the man won. And just get ready to come back. So I've been on top so long until it's good to fall sometime and to realize where I was so I can come back and really appreciate it. So sometimes I don't mind getting beat.
Muhammad, tell me, did you have a losing speech prepared in your head before that fight, just in case? You can level with me. No one's listening.
You are as dumb as you look. No,
Now that that's out of the way, suppose I admit that. Did you have a...
Not losing speech, you know.
No, you didn't. Okay.
Yeah, but it's always good to have something ready in case, you know.
Something ready.
We take spare tires with us, not because we want a flat or we want to get out and fix it, but in case we have a flat, we have a spare tire. A jet's got 4 motors. They say if they can fly on 2 if they just have to, but they don't want 2 to quit, but they got 2 more in case they stop. So I always have a speech ready in case something happens.
I see. So the answer to my question is yes and no.
I got something ready for you in case you ask me the wrong question too.
Yeah, I have a losing speech ready, and I'm about to deliver it here. Well, I want to show something to show that we do go back a long ways. I don't know if you're going to remember this. This may jog your memory and be one of the... Well, why don't you just roll that, and you'll see Muhammad facing a threat that many of his advisors told him was probably not something that he ought to risk. Here it is right now. In the ring, and I want to see what it feels like just to be in there where you were.
You want to go in the ring?
Yeah, that's right. We'll cover this in a minute.
With me? You in the ring with me?
Just as an observer.
Are you serious? Oh, observer?
As an observer, yes.
Okay.
I got to tell you something first. The last thing everybody said to me before I came up here was don't be dumb enough to get in the ring with him, because a fighter is sometimes a little punchy and can't control himself. And he could start swinging
that would be right if you was with Joe Frazier, right. But since you're with me, no.
Yeah.
See, you're lucky because you got in without your weapons. So since you don't like a man with no weapons...
I wouldn't be dumb enough to put gloves on. Why are we dressed like this? Why are you wearing a rubber suit?
I wear this because it makes me perspire. I have Abilene cream, which is grease under here.
Yeah.
And I'm just really doing a lot of sweat.
Oh, can we get a nice tight close-up on that sweat? That's really incredible. Can I do some finger painting?
Howard Cosell gets paid for being an idiot. What's your excuse?
Yeah, but my hair is real. Listen. You made me put Abilene on, but I'm not sweating.
Yes, you are sweating. You're sweating.
That isn't sweat, that's fear coming out of me. Can I take my jacket off?
You sweat, but you just can't see it because of the complexion.
Surprised?
I'm surprised that you're in such good shape. I don't see a bit of fat, nothing but bone.
You didn't even blink.
No, because I know you're not that crazy.
Do you do any of this kind of warming up stuff?
No, I don't do that. They do that
Do you do
in
any
Boy
push-ups?
Scouts and Olympics. The only exercise I do in the ring, Dick, is punch. That's the only exercise I do in here.
But listen, the danger is of my hurting you
I've been wanting to do this ever since I come on your show.
You want to see a guy take a fall?
No.
Right. Now, you know how they do in the wrestling matches, right? Can you cover this? Okay. Now, let's just pretend that you hit me.
Oh!
That scare you?
You know what you look like in the ring with no clothes on?
No, what?
A chicken with his feathers picked off.
Can't you say something nice? You know what I remember from that weekend at your training camp is that you looked at my plate, because I'm one of those people with strange metabolism. People on a diet, it drives them crazy. I can eat 3 or 4 meals. And your mother was cooking, and you finished your 1 plate, which you were allowed, and then you looked at mine and drooled. You were so... You didn't actually drool, of course. I don't know why I said you drooled, because you didn't drool at all. It was a silly thing that came over.
Used to been around dogs.
But at that time, you said, if I eat a hamburger, I swell up to twice the size of it. And you have that weight problem, but that's why you want to get back in the ring before you balloon up, of course.
Not just watching my diet. Watch how I eat.
Yeah. Muhammad, more people are coming out of retirement. Even as we sit here, someone else is.
Foreman is coming
Frazier,
out.
Foreman.
Frazier's coming out. You know something I thought about? If George Foreman was told that he's got to fight me again, he would stay in retirement. If you told Joe Frazier he had to fight George Foreman, he would stay in retirement. If you told Norton he's got to face Foreman, he would retire. I'd be left all alone again.
Alone at the center of the ring. Well, that's an ingenious...
That's the truth, though. If you told George Foreman...
That's right, it works.
That he had to fight me, I believe he would stay in.
Why would he be in?
If you told Frazier that me Foreman again, he would stay.
That's right.
If you told Norton that he's got me Foreman, he'd get out.
You have it all worked out.
And where did it leave me?
Well, I'm sure that we can find somebody. One of the Galentos, maybe?
You gotta get some more writers.
Where do you feel the age, really? You said in one interview that when you get up there around the 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, around at age 36, you start to feel it. Where? Is it literally hard to keep the arms up at that point?
No. Things you see that you want to do, you can't do it. Like we're right here, right? And I'm right, but I should really hit you, right?
Yeah.
And then I throw it, and it lands right there. And I miss you.
Yeah.
Then
you can still do that, luckily.
Well, with you, the wind from the punch will knock you down. The
the
wind.
Yeah, I heard you. I was just thinking about it.
But usually your reflexes, your timing,
yeah.
You see punches coming, you can't get away quick enough. These type things.
Is it a little like that dream where you're trying to run and get away from something and the legs just don't work the way they should? Is it something like that, sort of slow motion?
It's hard to explain. You got
yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. As old as you. How old are you?
I'm well over 39.
Well, you know what I'm talking about.
I do, yes. I've slowed up in the ring myself.
See, you don't have no fat on you, so you're in better shape than a person your age who is heavy. So you can move a little quicker.
Yeah, I can get out of the way real fast. I've studied getting out of the way, and in fact... What about...
Any more questions?
Yeah, there's this one. I don't want to see you end up on Queer Street.
What do you mean? You mean like... What do you mean?
Listen, come out of the closet on your own time. You and I and everyone out there knows that there's an old boxing term called Queer Street, which means a guy who's...
I never heard the term Queer Street in boxing.
Come on now. Are you serious?
Queer, but not in boxing. You mean punch drunk?
Yeah, a guy who ends up, you know, doesn't have the goods anymore. He's fought too long and is out there.
Well, that happens to people that get hit too much.
There's a little punchy.
And get you know, even in a car accident, you be shook up, brain can't damage so much.
Yeah.
Put the camera on close up. Let me show you something. No, put the camera on close up. Stop right there. If you look at me, I'm pretty for a boxer.
You really get a kick out of yourself. Shaving must be practically an orgasm for you.
Hey, now listen, it's funny.
Well, that was amazing. One of the best shows you've ever had, boy.
Yes.
I'm not just a fighter. See, most boxers can't talk like this. They're not this intelligent. I mean, you're a witty man. They pay you to set up here to think. You're a brain. I'm handling you.
I know.
Look how I'm handling you. You're an interviewer. You don't get hit on the head. You're supposed to be smart. And I'm a boxer, and you talking about Queer Street and punch drunk, and I'm making, what are you then if I can outdo you? Look, I'm making you lose. You're baffled. You don't know what to say. Look at you, can't even talk.
I'm just tiring you. My stress is rope-a-dope. You'll collapse in a minute, and I'll put you away. No, you are. You could exchange quips with...
I'm watching the monitor. They tried to put some pot on me. I'm shining.
Yes, that's sort of gilding the lily, isn't it? To try to,
what's gilding the lily?
adding beauty to something that doesn't need to be further beautified.